Sometimes, you open TikTok just to check something. A notification, a message, maybe just a moment of distraction. Then hours dissolve into flickers of sound, laughter, tears, opinions, and advice you didn't ask for. You close the app, but somehow it doesn't close you. It lingers. In your thoughts. In your breath. A quiet restlessness. An edge you can't name. It's strange, isn't it? How a platform built for dopamine has become a portal into something darker. We arrive chasing light entertainment and left feeling drained, overstimulated, or simply detached. Why does this place, filled with comedy, creativity, and endless novelty, so often leave you anxious, uncertain, and alone? TikTok isn't just an app. It's an environment. One meticulously engineered to keep you watching. It's not passive entertainment. It's neurochemical architecture. Each swipe is a mini reward. Dopamine hits that mimic the addictive feedback loops found in slot machines. Variable rewards. Fast highs. No predictability. You don't know what's coming next. And that unpredictability makes it irresistible. But your brain wasn't designed for this. Not like this. Every clip resets your focus. Every scroll interrupts your cognitive rhythm. Attention, once a stable resource, becomes fragmented. And what happens to a mind constantly trained to switch gears every 5 seconds? It forgets how to stay. You might notice it already, how hard it's become to finish a book, to sit in silence, to let thoughts unfold without background noise. TikTok has taught you to crave novelty over depth, speed over substance, but your internal processing speed hasn't evolved with the content. There's a mismatch, a glitch between what your brain can absorb and what it's being fed. And over time, that glitch becomes tension, an invisible stress that builds beneath the surface. And then there's the intimacy. The For You feed feels personal, like someone knows you, like it sees the things you don't say. But have you ever wondered what it means to be known by a machine? TikTok doesn't just show you what you like. It shows you what keeps you. Often, that's the content that pokes at your insecurities, your fears, your wounds. Trauma, sadness, mental illness, all served as relatable content. Clips that feel like empathy, but aren't. They're not tailored to heal you. They're designed to hold you. And suddenly, mental health isn't a private journey. It's a genre. Disorders become aesthetics. A trending sound becomes the voice of your anxiety. Diagnosis becomes a filter. And healing? That becomes content. You start to question, is this what I have? Is this who I am? Because identity on TikTok is fluid. One day you're deep in ADHD TikTok, the next in a cottagecore fantasy, the next in breakup recovery. Aesthetics become interchangeable. Personas, seasonal. But real identity, your sense of self, doesn't thrive in flux. It needs roots, continuity, time. And when everything is aesthetic, nothing feels authentic. There's a performance embedded in the platform, a quiet pressure to be vulnerable, but also likable, to share pain but beautifully, to cry but cleanly. Emotional rawness becomes currency. A breakdown can go viral. But what does it do to you? Watching pain stylized, consumed, validated, then forgotten in seconds. Do you start to question your own emotions? Do they feel real if they're not filmed, filtered, and validated by strangers? This is the gamification of emotion. Every feeling becomes part of a social economy. Posted, liked, looped. But it's not connection. It's feedback, and feedback is not the same as care. After a while, you might notice a shift, a kind of dullness, like you're watching your life happen but not quite living it. This isn't just a mood. It's dissociation, a psychological detachment that's becoming a generational baseline, because when every scroll is a jolt, the only way to cope is to numb. We're not the first generation to escape into fast entertainment. In the 1920s, during a time of social collapse and existential confusion, the cabaret scene exploded. Fast-paced performances, absurdist theater, laughter as anesthesia. Dadaism rejected logic, coherence, meaning. It was a way to survive chaos by embodying it. And now, a century later, TikTok is our digital cabaret, a 24/7 absurdist stage where chaos is content and meaning is optional. But even here, something quiet is growing, a rebellion of sorts. Have you noticed it? Slow videos, stillness, a voice reading poetry over ambient music, someone just sitting, thinking, breathing. There are creators challenging the algorithm by slowing it down, posting long-form reflections, talking about not posting. They're resisting the pressure to entertain, to hook, to be louder and faster than the scroll. And you too can resist. You can choose to step outside the storm, to reclaim your pace, to ask, what kind of presence do I want to cultivate online? And more importantly, what kind of presence do I want to have with myself? Because TikTok isn't the disease, It's the perfect storm for our symptoms. It reflects a world where time is scarce, attention is currency, and meaning is scattered across pixels. But you are not your algorithm. You are not your feed. You are not what you consume. You are what you notice, what you choose, what you return to when everything else goes quiet. So maybe it's time to ask yourself, when was the last time I truly felt present? And what would it take to feel that way again?